Hi, I'm Michael Cochran. I'm the author of Do We Need a Cohabitation Agreement? In this little clip, I want to talk to you a bit about some of the things that you can put in a cohabitation agreement and some of the things that you can't put in it. So, people who live for common law, as I mentioned in the other clip, you need to understand that it's very different from province to province and territory across Canada. You live in British Columbia, you may be different, you are different than people who live in Ontario, and certainly different from people who live in Nova Scotia or Manitoba. So, province by province, you need to understand what your rights and responsibilities are as you get into the relationship. So once you understand that, what are you going to do about it? Do you like those rights and responsibilities? Do you want to divide your property in a particular way? Do you want to have spousal support obligations? What can you deal with in these contracts to help you manage your common law relationship? Well, some of the things you can deal with include property. What if you have a house that you own and your common law partner moves into that house and starts to assist you with the mortgage, or starts to pay for renovations, or pays for a new roof to go on that? Should they suddenly be acquiring an interest in property that you own? Well, those are the kinds of things that come up or creep up in common law relationships that you can help manage with a cohabitation agreement. You can plan for maybe compensating somebody if they've made an investment in your property, or saying that if you do make such an investment in my property, there isn't going to be any return on it. So, make your investment with caution. So, property is something you can deal with in a cohabitation agreement. Spousal support. A lot of common law couples are shocked to find out that after 2 or 3 years together, if they split up or if one of them passes away, there may be support obligations. The person who is earning a more income may have to pay periodic support to the person that is leaving the relationship. If you have an estate and a person in a common law relationship has been dependent on the person who's passed away, that person's estate may have an obligation to compensate the surviving common law spouse. These are all some of the things that happen simply by living together common law that you can deal with in a cohabitation agreement. So, property, spousal support, those are definitely things that can be dealt with in this agreement. Now, on the side of things that you can't deal with, custody of children, access to children, child support issues, those things cannot be pushed off and said, if in future we split up after we've had kids, I'm going to have custody of the kids, or I'm not going to pay child support for them. You can't do those things in cohabitation agreements. So, what I'm hoping you get out of Do We Need a Cohabitation Agreement is a sense about what your rights and responsibilities are as you go in, how you can manage it with a cohabitation agreement, some of the things you can do, some of the things you can't do, and also there's a little bit of help on how to have the conversation, because that is really the key, how to have a good conversation about entering into this kind of agreement with your partner. Good luck, and I hope you enjoy the book.